Yeah, we haven't practiced at all since the Iowa State game, so it's just been film watching for with our team. Yesterday was an off day. So I think all the coaches agree there's just tremendous opportunities to learn and improve based on the game, based on what we learned in the game and what we'll learn after the game. And I cannot wait for today's film session, which starts in about a half an hour. And we'll teach this young team and teach the veterans as well the things that are important to winning. And the coaches as well. We all learned a lot about this team. We learned about some things that we can do better, and now we grow from it.
Start off with Chris.
What were some of the teaching moments that you saw?
Well, I think that our we did score 70 points, but offensive execution was nowhere near where it will be down the stretch, and that's understandable at this time given the amount of stuff that we've given them, and now throw Mitch in there after a day and a half of practice for 20 minutes, we were off there. But defensively, just understand all the concepts that you have to be aware when you're playing a team that presents that many looks and issues to you. I mean, they really have a great plan. They spread you out with 5 guys on the perimeter, attack, posting point guard like we did with Darius Morris. Very difficult for our guys to handle. A 4-man is multitask as good as anybody in Yang. And then, of course, Ejim was absolutely tremendous in the game. And it was a big difference having him out there. He did a great job.
Brett, you mentioned that the plan for Mitch going into the game was to play in half of the game.
Yeah, I was going to try to do, we thought if we get a couple 4-minute segments in the first half, a couple 4 minutes in the second half, and, that would be 16 minutes. If we need them a little bit more, and you obviously can't be concise, but just get him out there and sort of get him through some things so he can, knowing that if we're going to play him, we were planning on playing him in Puerto Rico, want to have as much a game experience as possible.
So then what's the plan for Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I think to try to get him where he's got probably a similar plan, but because that will be a plan with a lot of our guys right now, our bigs, with 3 games in 4 days and 4 and 8. Hopefully we don't have too many 37-minute guys, but you never know what it's going to take to win the game, too.
Mark, down in the stretch, the shots were pretty balanced. There was Karras and Nick and Glenn each had 3 or 4. Did you wish that one guy had been more assertive, or?
I wish we'd driven the ball more. We didn't get to the foul line. We got there 9 times. That was something we really liked, but we did get some really good looks as well. But Nick was the guy that felt it the most. We were trying to dial him up a little bit more, and they took some things away, and they didn't take some other things away. But I mean, Glenn and Karras, those are shots that they have made in practice and in many games going up to this. We'd like them to do that.
Chris?
Derek didn't seem at all intimidated by the surroundings. Were you pretty impressed with that?
Yeah, he did some really good things, and the understanding the timing in our offense, and then defensively as well. Whether he was going against the 5th-year senior at times, like Karras did an awful lot of times, or playing out of the corner with his shooter, he's getting better every day. But offense, defensive transition, all those. I think they had 16 points in transition, which a lot of times in a lot of those plays, it was young players making mistakes there.
Over here with Simon, Coach.
Nick looked pretty comfortable with the ball at the end of the game. Is there any guy that you're comfortable saying now he's the guy that we want taking that shot in the close game at the end?
Well, I think Nick's one of them. I think that we still have several, but Nick's certainly one of them based on his performance in that really the first game that was it was a seesaw until 3 minutes to go in the game. 2 minutes to go in the game, anybody could have won that game. So I'm comfortable with Nick, and I'm comfortable with some others. We just got to continue to build a play sheet that is drawn up for those who have it going a little bit. But I think it was easy to see Nick had the best flow going into that game, or at the end of that game.
Brendan? You mentioned Nick going on Sunday depended on how he felt after a full practice.
Mitch.
I'm sorry, Mitch. After a full practice on Saturday, how did he feel on Sunday or on Monday after?
I just so we didn't have a practice. He only had his treatment. I asked him how he felt. He felt good. So I think in that game, the biggest thing that we saw on video was fatigue. On the defensive end because of all that. When he plays, he only knows one speed. and that's gonna wear you out. So just now, we gotta build his timing up, his cardio up. I mean, we could have waited. I wanted to see, let's go out there and just see, maybe he's gonna get some offensive rebounds, do some different things, and I think we make the right decision to get him out there, and hopefully it'll pay benefits in this tournament.